Hello everyone, Castellano here, and welcome back to Interactive Horror Stories. We did the doll, and we got the two endings, and in this one, we are going to be doing After Funeral. So, I'm so excited to see what's in store. After Funeral is a modern Gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial? Wow. You receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again. He asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in these messages? Jonathan White. Don White. Does he end up killing me? No thanks. I do not like messing with the afterlife. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, the grave in the background. Jonathan White was buried in the graveyard of the local church. They still do that. Do they still do that? He was 8 years old. Oh, poor baby. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter song, Close to You. Since your wife passed away, giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he was your angel. Now he is gone. Oh, okay. So Dawn White was the mom, and then Jonathan White is the boy. Okay. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to the market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan laying on the bed, motionless. His face was covered with his pillow. Choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes, and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers. Those you are not so familiar with. You're not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for this. You wished it was you laying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it was a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside, and it's 2 p.m. now. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything in a long time. There are cigarette butts in your ashtray, and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. As you're sipping your coffee, the doorbell rings. Open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had barbecues with him for several times. What? Writing? English? Hello? That doesn't make sense. Bob is a nice guy. He's overweight, has short black hair, and has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are ya? I wanted to ask how you've been. Ooh. Do we tell the truth or do we lie? Tell the truth, like you're mourning your entire family pretty much. Bob replies, I can imagine how hard it is. I never had kids, but I had a cat when I was younger. Sorry. I left her as my daughter. Then I had to bury her to the garden myself. It was tough. I know how much you love Jonathan. I'm still shocked to see you. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I am shocked like you to see him gone. Bob continues, I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you're out of cigarettes. We don't really want people to buy cigarettes for us, because I know that's, like, not the best thing. It's kind of lame. But if people don't have their smokes, then they get, like... I'm gonna say no thank you, personally. Okay, man. See you later. You say goodbye to Bob. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it's not blank. Something's written. Daddy, I missed you. Shout Jonathan. After you shout your deceased son's name, new letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it's me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him. Shouldn't it be pull a prank on him? If the computer is online, your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. Pull the cable. You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no, you are wrong. I'm in the computer. How is that possible? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh? I'm so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I'm so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Yeah, of course you do. Of course you want to see someone. But it just doesn't, like... You always wish for, like, one more. Like, one more day, one more hug, one more greeting. But, like, that's just part of the process. Is you kind of just have to stop begging for one more. But, of course I would want to see him again. Find 5 candles and wait for midnight. Bye for now, Dad. You have only 1 candle at home. You normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you don't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? Buy them from the market. Let's go ourselves. Like, we can't just call Bob back, be like, hey, by the way, my dead son's talking to me through the computer. Funny story, I kind of need candles to do a seance. So you wear your long beige coat and black leather boots and walk to the market to buy 4 candles. You also buy a pack of cigarettes, despite you know that your habit will be your demise. You just don't care. Then you return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens until midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I'm back, Dad. Did you bring the candles? Yeah, I did. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery, dig my grave, bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. You're gonna look like a crazy person! You know, it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to go outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like hell, a cold interpretation of hell outside. The sky has a bright purple color. Normally it's yellow, illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There is only you outside at this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive at the church and its graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. Grave robber. Is it grave robbing if you're digging up your family? I don't want to think about it. That is morbid. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You'll be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. Are you ready to dig the grave? Well, it's the only option. You start digging Jonathan's grave. Oh, the noises. Ugh, I didn't ask for this. Whew. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little... Oh my god. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down, then carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You have never done something this bizarre before. I would hope not. After you reach home, you get out of your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there's nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. "Thank you, Daddy," is written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin like a star. Okay. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of the star. You light them with your lighter. Now read this aloud. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty. Thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. Read aloud. You read the lines. A lonely goat is on a mountain. He is thirsty. Thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him water. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and rising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin away from you without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. "Take me in your arms, Dad. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something." It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who is also very ugly, and he has no hair. "I always wanted a dad like you," said the Eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. There are 2 possible endings. Don't bring back the dead. If it's to communicate, if it's a resurrection, if it's any sort of seance, don't do it. You're being dumb. Anyways, in the next episode, we're going to see what happens if we get the other ending. Good luck to us. See you guys then.